Hello, Robert. How are you today?
Really good, Ray, and how are you?
I'm just great. Just great. Absolutely and thankful. Now, I want to start this off just a little bit different than some people do. I'm sitting here, I'm 60 years old. I've been working on internet marketing since I was about 40, as long as the internet's been underway. I've had a lot of promises. I've had a lot of invested a lot of money. I've lost a lot of money, and um, everybody knows that the only people that make any money in internet marketing are at the top. What have you got to say about that? And why are you any different?
Well, I totally understand where you're coming from, and one of the things that I would say instead of top is the people that are successful in anything, including online marketing, is, in my opinion, people that already found people that have already done it, and they're documented. They're not people that say they did it. They're people that are actually documented, like Jeff Walker. He was documented in Forbes magazine as being the $400 million man. Well, that's the kind of mentors I seeked out, Ray. And so even though I've only been really using the internet for 3 years, I'm now considered one of the top internet marketers because I just understand marketing. I had to learn from going face to face in the network marketing arena to the online marketing arena, but I knew the basics were still the same. If I got a good story, a good documented story, then all I needed to do is make sure that I got that documented story in front of as many people as I possibly could as fast as I can. The thing that I see wrong with a lot of people that are involved in online marketing is they come up with a product that people can buy, but once people buy that product, there's no one there really to help them figure out how to use it and how to get a bunch of people to their website or their blog or to whatever.
Okay, thanks, Robert. Okay, so to my friends that I've met, to my friends that I have not met yet, I'd like to introduce to you Robert Hollis, my mentor. And what I'd also like to put a shout out there for Scott Kloster, who got me involved in this. Jonathan and Heather, they've both been helping me out. And say welcome, and let's carry on here. What is number one in Robert Hollis's life?
Number one is my relationship with my creator.
That's just the exact answer I was looking for. Thank you very. Yeah, and it doesn't take a whole lot of words to say that.
No.
Looking back, do you have any regrets?
Yes,
And
I
what
did.
have you learned from them?
Yeah, I didn't catch that second part. Say it again, Ray, please.
Okay. Looking back, do you have any regrets, and what have you learned from them?
I do. I do have some regrets. One of the things that I would say is my biggest regret is, this is just me, but I believe that it'll relate to a bunch of your watchers, is my regrets is I always try to figure it out when I get into a bad situation in my life and things are not working well. I don't ask for help. And so what I do is, I think Einstein says it best, is it's difficult to get out of a situation that you put yourself into because you're trying to use the same mindset that got you in that bad position to get you out. So sometimes people just work harder and harder and harder and struggle more and more and more. And so the answer is very simple. Is I look at times in my life when my ego was out of check. I say ego means edging God out. I thought I knew it all. I wasn't listening to others. I was too competitive. And so what I was doing is I would get in bad situations where I thought I didn't reach out and humble myself and ask for help and seek out someone that could help me. So the regret that's the regret that I have, and how I would how I would change it is I just would have reached out for help right away. If all the situations that I look for in my life, if I would have humbled myself and asked, not only from help from others, but also help from God, I know for a fact I would have got out of them faster and quicker, and I wouldn't have struggled and suffered so much.
Okay, take a look, or take away the Rolls Royce, the big house, etc. Fold everything back out of the way. Who is Robert Hollis that Robert Hollis sees? Who's the
Um,
Robert Hollis that you see yourself as being?
I see myself as a God loving man. I like to. There's a phrase that I heard that when people look at you, they should see the result of what the Creator created in you. So I look at myself as a guy that when I'm around people, I want to make them happier than when they're not. If I get interjected in their lives in any way, shape, or form through a phone call or a videotape or even a hangout or a Skype, I want them to look forward to my call, Ray. I want them to go, when this guy talks to me, he gets me, I want to lift you up. I want to edify you. I want to make you feel good. And so I do that with not only my family, but I do that with my friends, and I do that with total strangers. So I love being a husband. I love being a father. I love being a new grandfather. And I just look at myself as someone that is someone that can help you and get you to think the right way, get you to understand that things are possible. And my goal is to inspire and mentor people for as long as I can.
Great, Nick. Now, my goal is to, like, I'm in a disability pension, so I'm in a low income, and my goal is to not only help myself out of that situation, but also take as many people as I can with me, and give them not a handout, but a hand up. How do you fit in with the homeless and the people in the soup kitchens? Are you involved with any of that sort of efforts?
Yes, I am. One of the things I love most is when I really started to understand that there was my early ages, believe it or not, around 30, when I really started figuring out marketing, the income that I was making not only got me into a debt-free situation, but it got me to really not need money right away. Back then, I didn't have a lot of needs, and so I started learning how to give that money back. And for those of you that are watching, I just love giving money back. I'm just a vessel. So everything that I have is I'm just managing it. I still tell people I look back at my entire life and the things that I thought I wanted. I ended up with things 10 times, 100 times better than I ever wanted. So I want to continue managing the stuff that God gives me. And when I go out there and give to other people, Ray, what usually ends up happening is I've learned to focus on what I'm best at. I volunteer time, but I usually end up finding people that are called to do missionary work, called to do giving, and I end up being the guy that's financing them. My ministry is all about, finding someone that's called to the mission field and making sure that they don't spend 2 years there and have to come back to the United States to raise and work to make money so they can go back. I just want to find them and make sure that they stay and do what God's called them to do.
And just how rich are you? And what part of you makes you the wealthiest?
Well, I love the way you said that because the word rich is I honestly 100% feel like I'm one of the wealthiest people on the planet. And the reason why is because my intimate relationship with God. I work on that each and every day. It's very, very important to me. It's the very first thing that I plug in when I get in. And so that's what true rich and wealth is to me, and joy and happiness. We all have heard that money doesn't buy happiness, and I can 100% agree with that. But another one I'd say to each and every one of your watchers is that poverty doesn't buy happiness either. So I would suggest that they pick one.
And please tell me in 1 million words or less, what does Ray have to do to achieve success?
Very simple, Ray, is one of the things that I know that people do, and we just do it because we're people, is you have to believe in your heart and soul that Ray's voice, Ray's message, Ray's story will impact and inspire people to do great things. And so your goal isn't to constantly evaluate that you're not good enough, that you don't have anything to share, that you're scared and you're fearful of sharing that. Every rejection, that's all about you. You know, when you see people that are extremely inspired to help others, like that individual, and I apologize for not knowing his name, but that guy out there right now that's going all over the world that has no arms or no legs. And you know, he gets up each and every day and does not see what most people see. He gets up every day and sees what I see. An incredibly gifted individual that God has created to be able to speak life into those that need it most.
Well, I've got a little philosophy here myself, and it says success is not a big thing. It's a million little things.
I love that. I love that philosophy. My goal every day, as I said to someone the other day, they asked me the question, what I thought my key to success was other than my relationship with God. And I said to them immediately is that I really truly believe when I heard through scriptures and through my relationship with him that I needed every day, each and every day, to speak to those that have ears to hear. And that's what I do. I get up every day. I'm excited, and this is not work to me, even though a lot of people would consider it work, and I spend a lot of hours doing it. But the videos, the seminars, all the things that I do are 100% geared to touch people's lives. And so you know when you're doing the right thing, Ray, when you literally, I get, you know, sometimes 10 and 20 messages a day via email, Facebook, chat, all kinds of things. People that have read my book or watched one of my videos or somehow got plugged into, you know, Success in Minutes and Unlimited Profits. And those messages are what I live for. I don't worry about people that are not interested in listening to my message. I know there's millions of people out there that want to find this message. They've been praying for it.
Okay, Robert, just before we wrap up, as you know, I'm going to show this video to a lot of people. And what is a personal message that you'd like to give to all those people that see this video?
The personal message I'd love to get to each and every one of you is that if you know Ray in any way, shape, or form, you know he loves people. You know he cares for people, just like I do. And the message I want to give you is very, very simple, is don't give up hope. I really, truly believe, without a shadow of a doubt, that you can learn what we do. I say this all the time. If you've never met me before and we met for the first time and I asked you what you love to do, I don't care if it was gardening, taking care of children, your job, whatever you do that you love and enjoy doing, I would ask you a simple question, is could you teach me to do that? And the answer always comes back, well, if you would take the time and have a desire and took the time to learn, yes, you could. So what I want each and every one of you to know is that I can show you how to do this. You just have to make a commitment. Nothing happens quick for those that have instantaneous mentalities, believing that, you know, they can take everything they've done in their life, in your case, Ray, over 60 years, and now all of a sudden within, you know, 2 weeks of knowing me, a month knowing me, you want to make a full-time income. That's being a little unrealistic. And so what Ray and I have done is partnered up somewhere around this video. You're going to see a link to get a hold of Ray. And what you want to do is just log into our free school and just start going through it with baby steps, little tiny baby steps, and just learn a little bit each day. I love what Ray said, is that being successful in life and happy in life is doing one of those little things each and every day that accumulate over a long period of time. So, check out the school, get excited, and there's two things that you can do. Is one, continue to learn and to step through further through the school, or at least get to see what we're doing that would get you excited to help Ray and I out so we can introduce this to millions of people. Because that's my goal. My goal is very simple, is to inspire, train, and mentor millions and millions of people. And that's my goal, and that's what I'll do, and I would love your help in doing it.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Robert. I would be amiss before we go if I didn't mention a name that I forgot to mention at the first, and that's Bill Ebert, because he's definitely a big influence on me as well, with all his videos and training and everything else that he's involved in with you. So thank you to Bill, thank you to you, let's see now, Jonathan, Scott, and
Heather.
Back here, I go back to my notes. Heather, I couldn't think of her first name, for helping me out, and especially you, Robert. Thank you very much. I very much appreciate this, and you have yourself a great day. God bless.
God bless you too, Ray. Thank you very much for the interview.